Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. To announce that there must be no criticism of the president, or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the great twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. No man needs sympathy because he has to work, because he has a burden to carry. Far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done, and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it. It is not often that a man can make opportunities for himself. But he can put himself in such shape that when or if the opportunities come he is ready. There is not a man of us who does not at times need a helping hand to be stretched out to him, and then shame upon him who will not stretch out the helping hand to his brother. Wide differences of opinion in matters of religious, political, and social belief must exist if conscience and intellect alike are not to be stunted, if there is to be room for healthy growth. Only those are fit to live who do not fear to die, and none are fit to die who have shrunk from the joy of life and the duty of life. Both life and death are parts of the same great adventure. Women should have free access to every field of labor which they care to enter, and when their work is as valuable as that of a man it should be paid as highly. The teachings of the Bible are so interwoven and entwined with our whole civic and social life that it would be literally impossible for us to figure to ourselves what that life would be if these teachings were removed. The death knell of the Republic had rung as soon as the active power became lodged in the hands of those who saw it, not to do justice to all citizens, rich and poor alike, but to stand for one special class and for its interests as opposed to the interests of others. It tires me to talk to rich men. You expect a man of millions, the head of a great industry, to be a man worth hearing, but as a rule they don't know anything outside their own business. Although not a very old man, I have yet lived a great deal in my life, and I have known sorrow too bitter and joy too keen to allow me to become either cast down or elated for more than a very brief period over any success or defeat. It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things. It was a pleasure to deal with a man of high ideals, who scorned everything mean and base, and who possessed those robust and hardy qualities of body and mind, for the lack of which no merely negative virtue can ever atone. The longer I live the more I think of the quality of fortitude. Men who fall, pick themselves up and stumble on, fall again, and are trying to get back up when they die. For us is the life of action, of strenuous performance of duty. Let us live in a harness, striving mightily, let us rather run the risk of wearing out than rusting out. R.J. There were all kinds of things I was afraid of at first, ranging from grizzly bears to mean horses and gunfighters, but by acting as if I was not afraid I gradually ceased to be afraid. We demand that big business give the people a square deal. In return we must insist that when anyone engaged in big business honestly endeavors to do right he shall himself be given a square deal.